On September 12, 2018, my girlfriend left me. How do I remember this specific date? Well, it was the day when Joji's Slow Dancing in the Dark music video was released. Good timing, huh? Anyways, after she left me, I knew that I had to change as I was in a bad place emotionally and had an existential crisis, so I decided to get into self-improvement. I've made a video 1 year ago about how my ex-girlfriend leaving me was the best thing to ever happen to me, and I still believe that, but that video is now old and outdated, so after 2 full years, I'm going to share again my experiences of how this thing was the life-changing event in my life and how, if you're going through a breakup right now, might be for you. So the main thing that happened after my ex left me was that I got into nofap, and after that into general self-help stuff. There were probably many reasons for why she left me, but after she did, I realized that masturbation and pornography was the primary obstacle in my life. Being addicted to PMO at that time led me to be more emotional, needy, jealous, and many other character traits which were negative to our relationship. Not to mention I had a porn-induced erectile dysfunction, which was probably the most awful part. After I started my nofap journey and up until today, I can safely say that nofap has changed my life. Even though I mentioned in my nofap videos that nofap won't change your life, for me it was the sole reason that led me to becoming the person I am now, who is miles better than the person I was 2 years ago. The main thing that nofap does after fixing your initial problems is that it becomes like a magnet that attracts other healthy habits. So that's why many people think that nofap is the main reason for making them better. That's the case for me as well. Nofap pushed me into self-improvement. I discovered philosophy, mainly Stoicism. I started improving my work ethic. I began working on myself and my goals, and many other things that being in the relationship stopped me from doing. I'm not saying that I became this creativity and productivity machine, but I am in a much better place than I was before. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. That's what Jordan Peterson says, and it's very important to look back every now and then to your past adversities in order to see how much you actually changed. Nowadays, I don't regret or resent this breakup as it was an important step in my life, and I don't blame my ex for leaving me as I completely understand her decision as I was immature, impulsive, and also was very attached to her. You might think that being attached to your girlfriend is like a good thing, like because you are loyal and committed to your relationship. But I was overly attached. Not to the point that I texted her every 5 minutes, but that I put her above everything else. Got a test coming up and she says if I want to meet, I go out with her. I know I shouldn't borrow any more money from my dad as I already borrowed a lot to go out with her. I still ask him for the money. I have to stay consistent to my sleeping schedule. I still hang out with her until the very night. I remember that at that time I loved her, or I think at least I thought that I loved her, but looking back at it, it was more of a passion as true, I think in my opinion, like true love is more manageable in long term.
You're never going to be happy 100% with anybody that you're with until you are happy with yourself 100%.
Gotcha.
So if you around and say, "Oh, honey, I love you, I'm this and that," that's that you got to do is going to be right back here every day you wake up.
Right.
And then one day you'll be too fucking old. And then one day you look at your girl like, "Man, I gave up this shit." So you're going to hold a grudge no matter what. So you might as well do you, finish you, make sure you feel good, and then you are totally open to a relationship.
Of course, I'm not suggesting to not care about your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, but you have to have balance in your life and to have time for yourself. I've heard somewhere that in order for the relationship to work, there should be trust and freedom, and I agree with this. You have to feel comfortable and free in a relationship as too much attachment leads to neediness, jealousy, and many other compulsive negative traits which only lead to the destruction of your relationship. I've learned a very important lesson about failure and adversity from this breakup. It's not always for the worse. From my story, you can see that I adapted and grew after my ex left me. There's always the initial fall, but if this failure is studied and learned from, you will grow as a person. A setback has often cleared the way for greater prosperity. Many things have fallen only to rise to more exalted heights, said Seneca. Using a negative situation to your advantage and looking for opportunities is the only way to be productive when it comes to a setback. This is pretty much how amor fati works, the stoic practice of loving your faith. Back then I didn't know about this mental crutch, but I can see where I am now and that everything worked out better in the end. Maybe if my ex-girlfriend didn't leave me, I would probably still be in an existential crisis without trying to fix myself. Or maybe I would still put her above everything else instead of trying to discover myself. Every adversity that you come across should be analyzed and understood as something that in long term may actually be better for you. Your girlfriend or boyfriend might also leave you someday, or cheat on you, or manipulate you into breaking up with them, or maybe you will be the one to end the relationship. Whatever happens, remember that it's not the end of the world. I know it's an easy thing to say, but I've been through it, so just cry it out, accept your current circumstances as you can't make someone love you, and do what's best for you. Focus on your work, family, friends, and stay grateful for this adversity, as here is a rule to remember in the future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it and found it informative and helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly self-improvement content. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and if you want to support this channel, there's going to be links both to my PayPal and my Patreon down in the description. All the links to social medias are in the description as well. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and stay on your journey.